Alright, it's another unboxing day. It sure feels like every day is unboxing day. So here's what we got today, a very cool looking Japanese switcher. It is the Kato DD51. The L, I assume, means large because normally a switcher I'm used to seeing is something like this. This is like, whoa, the extra bits fell out. This is like twice as big as that thing. So very, very cool. I like the look. Very unique and different from anything else I have, which again is what I'm always looking for there. Yeah, so looking awesome as a train itself. What really sold it to me was this cool little starburst thing going on there. If that wasn't there, this would still be kind of neat as a plain blue engine, but that just adds a bit of flair to it and looks really, really cool. Lots of cool little details there on that front part. Look, you can even see the chain, individual links, looks like a bunch of lights. Yeah, this thing looks awesome. This wasn't something I was setting out to go find and buy. This is something I just happened to see on a site where I was buying some other stuff. So really, really happy. I found it and it was on sale and I only paid $51 all in to get this little guy. So really, really cool. 50 bucks. This is, what a deal. It weighs a good bit too. There are a couple traction tires also, which is very helpful. Evenly set of wheels, 444. Should go around the track nicely. I don't know about the radius on my tabletop though. That's a kind of a tight turn for maybe what these wheels can do, but no matter. We're gonna give it a go here and test it out. Let's look at the little bits. So this fell out. Looks like you got a bunch of road names. They're all in this really cool silver. Ooh, and front plates? Usually these little things go on the front. These look cool too. Does it say something there? That is so tiny. Do you have to read it on the video? Oh, is it upside down? Can it be read? Hankutosai? I don't know, I don't speak Japanese. But these letterings are really cool. That's a cool little like silverly gold. Never seen that before. Cool. So where would those little emblem things go? I guess right here it looks, well that's where the silver things would go. I'd have to look at the book for this, for the other ones, because I don't see where they would go in the front. Anyway, it just looks so cool. Like this is such a different thing than anything else I have. Again, always looking for uniqueness there. I don't particularly like it when you see model train layouts. You go to some of these shows and stuff and it's like the same like BNSF, you know, SD40s or whatever. Like they have like 7 of the same thing and I'm like, what's the point of that? It just looks silly. So I like it different and unique. You know, change it up. So yeah, this is a really cool looking blue. It looks great in person. And I'm expecting big things. I assume this is some sort of freight train engine that pulls like freight around. So we'll probably run it around with some Japanese freight cars. Here's the book. Let's see what's inside. Probably just general schematics. Oh, here's how you put the emblem on. If you were to do it, I typically try to avoid these little bits because I don't want to screw anything up. Yeah, this looks complicated, but it can be done. All right, cool. That's all that's really here is how to do that. So put the paperwork back away. And all right, well, I think I said all I can say. Let's get this thing on the track and run it around because I'm really excited. This looks awesome for sure. Cool, so we are all set up here, ready to roll. It should be set up to go this way, so we'll see what happens when I turn on the power. Hopefully it does. Train I got behind it is freight car train, all from Japan. It looks great. I love the look. I love these little guys. These are so fun. For sure. I've been using them a lot lately, And then tails off there with some boxcars at the end. So again, all Japanese. Keep the theme going. Hopefully this is a nice smooth takeoff, as Katos tend to be out of the box, but you never really know until you try it. So let me set it up here and then let's crank her up. All right, we are off. And this thing's winding up like crazy as it gets going there. Sometimes these things, especially new engines, start off a little slow. You can see it kind of struggled to get going there after the lights turned on, but then it's really starting to pop up here. So cool. Love those lights. They look great in motion. It's a bit whiny right now for me, but maybe that it might work itself out. Sometimes that does happen too on new engines. But for right now, it's a little loud and it ain't going too fast. But I can tell it's a nice strong puller. Like if I slow it down a little bit, there's still a something going on there. Even at that speed, I'd like to have it a little bit slow or less loud. But yeah, let's see what happens when we go back to cranking it for a little bit. Back over here in the little village section. Slow down a little bit. No matter, it still is looking good. Oh yeah, that's a really cool look. They're just so loud. Here's my latest creation right here, a Sears Tower. Just added that in the other day, actually. So that's cool to see now in the layout. But we're here for this little guy. It definitely looks good. Like, I'll give it that. It looks so good, especially from afar. Like, that's really cool. But that whiny, loud whine is still happening. So I wonder if that can shake out, or maybe this is a $50 engine. You certainly don't get that on the higher end models. But I do like it. I like the look for sure. Big front lights. Well, not big front lights, but they're bright. Tiny little lights. Bright front light, but they're bright. Like I said, I tend to enjoy nice slow trains running around my layout as I watch TV or a movie or something, so I much prefer a much quieter engine than this, personally. But like I said, it looks cool, so you know, what can you do? Maybe when I'm watching a movie, it will drown out that whininess more than I'm hearing it right here. Again, I don't know if it comes across in the video or not, but it is something. It is more on the louder side, that's for sure. So if I really slow it down, let's see what happens. Or there she be. It can go slow. I don't see a problem there with that. Like I said, it does feel like a nice strong puller even at these slow speeds. But normally, well, I don't know about normally, but I would like at this speed to not hear anything. But you definitely can hear something, so. It ain't the quietest thing in the world. I keep going on and on about the sound, but that's what's kind of bugging me right now at this point. Everything else is great. I don't see any other problem with it at all beyond that. But hey, this thing's a freighter. Maybe it's meant to be loud. I don't know. You gotta hear it coming. Oh, and it stopped on me. What the heck? Track dirty there. Come on, keep it moving. Trying to get a nice happy village shot, but it did not support my idea. Yeah, I the farther back you are from it, I think the cooler the whole picture looks. Not that I don't like it up close too, but because I do. I like the look, I like the blue. The blue is very nice. Here's where we're running it at, about 10 o'clock or a little bit afterwards. That's the speed it's going. Made that hill like a champ, so no problems there at slow speeds. I mean, what more do you want for 50 bucks? This is a solid purchase, I think, for this price. Everything works great. I really like the look, I like the motion, I like everything about it except for that bloody noise. I just wish it would be much more quieter. But what can you do? Like I said, you can't complain too much for $50. Definitely had worse experiences for more price. Yeah, that's cool. Again, this is the kind of speed I kind of like when I'm watching a movie, so this is what I would be running it at if I'm doing that. Very cool, very nice. You know, it works. That's half the battle sometimes. Yeah, what do you think? For $51, is this worth it? Even after it crossed the cross box, it didn't slow down very much from there. I mean, it slowed down a little, but it's still moving. I wasn't sure what would happen at this speed. But that's great that it keeps going, so. Cool. Yeah, I think it's gonna make it around that corner. Albeit very slow. Just keep chugging along. Yeah, I'm happy I can run at this speed. This is great. Even though it should be dead silent at this point, but it's not. Again, just gonna keep complaining about the noise. You know what? I think technically I'm supposed to run it the other way now that I look at it and where the starburst is. I kind of feel like that starburst should go in reverse from the direction it's heading right now. Don't matter. It still looks good. So, alright, well there's a quick little intro video, sort of, about what this thing can do and what it looks like out of the box. I'm a fan, even though it could be quieter. Will not stop complaining about that noise. But, like I said, for $50, it's a pretty good purchase, pretty solid all around, and it looks great. So just throw this into the pile, add it to the collection, and you know, I'm pretty happy with it so far for the 10 minutes I've had it to use. Again, what more could you want out of the box? Alright, well, I can pretty much said all I can say for this one. Again, happy unboxing day. And see yous alls in the next ones. So I'll just let this little guy ride off into that sunset.